What's good everyone, Narukami here, back again with another video, and today I will be covering some of the changes that Ibuki has received in this version of the game. I wanted to kind of go over some of the changes to the character and kind of update the guide a little bit. So this is like not like a full guide or anything like that, but this is just a slight update to the guide because a lot of the stuff that I covered in the guide is still the same, but she did receive a huge rework to her V-Trigger 1, which essentially nullifies the V-Trigger 1 portion of the guide that I recorded earlier. So I do want to cover that and get you guys up to speed on the new V-Trigger 1. So with the boring stuff out of the way, let's go ahead and kind of get into some of the changes that she has received. I'm going to go to the minor changes that she did receive, and then I'm going to go into the big change with VT1 because that one's going to take a little bit more to cover. So the first change that Ibuki received is the shortening of her standing hard punch. This normal has went from 12 frames to 10, and the entire move has been shortened from 32 frames to 30 frames. So it allows Ibuki to now punish sweeps that are 10 frames or less. This change also allows Ibuki to whiff punish with this button a little bit better in neutral. So yeah, that's the change to stand hard punch. I mentioned before that you shouldn't really use it too much in the first guide in the normals, but now I think with the added changes you could use it a little bit more to whiff punish and maybe poke a little bit more with it being faster. So now on to the other minor changes that she received. I'm just going to quickly gloss over these. The first one was the crouching medium punch input window for counseling. Target combo now lasts 1 frame longer. The second one is they increase recovery on the target combo by 5 frames, but it doesn't change the frame advantage. I don't know why they did that, but it is what it is. And the second one is a universal change that has been done across the board to all characters' moves that kind of change their jump arc. Ibuki's kite now enters a counter hittable state from the beginning of it to the end of it. So yeah, you just gotta be a little bit more cautious whenever you do the kite to try to escape the corner. Now on to the biggest change that Ibuki has received, and the biggest thing that has really changed about her, and that is her VT1. V-Trigger 1 now has an added hitbox to the throwing part of the move. The blackout effect was shortened by 20 frames. A hurt box was added to the arms from 1 frames before startup to 3 frames before recovery. And the damage overall on the explosion has been reduced from 120 to 100, which is kind of sad to see. And the shortening overall move for the console version from 58 frames to 56 frames. And so essentially what this looks like now is that whenever Ibuki first tosses out the bomb, now it actually has a hitbox that causes hit stun to the opponent. So whenever she activates it on block, she's always going to be the same frame advantage regardless of whatever she counted it off of. And then whenever she activates it on hit, she's also always going to be the same amount of frame advantage regardless of what you cancel it off of. So yeah, that pretty much covers the major change that happened to her VT1. She did get some other tweaks to it, such as a new command to her VT1. I believe the long one, which was initially done by forward V-Trigger, is now up V-Trigger, and the forward V-Trigger version now is an instant explosion whenever it touches the ground. So yeah, that pretty much covers all the major changes to her V-Trigger 1. So anyways guys, yeah, that's the video. This is sort of a redact of the guide. Everything in there, like I said before, still stays the same except the VT1 and the slight little change to stand hard punch. You can still learn everything you need to about the character from the initial guides that I did. These are just the only things that are a little bit different that you might have to pay attention to. If you want to play VT1, you're gonna have to kind of find some new things. And if you want to start implementing stand hard punch into your whiff punish game a little bit more, which is something that I might start doing, you can. Anyways guys, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like and also subscribe to the channel if you are new, and also click that notification bell to get a notification whenever I do drop another upload, because we are pushing out consistent bangers and I don't want you to miss it. Anyways guys, remember the 2 greatest commandments of all: love the Lord God with all your heart and love your neighbor as yourself. Take care, and I will see you guys in another video. Peace.